Welcome to this edition of In the Kitchen with Breaks. Today, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into the trend of sustainable flavour and explore zero waste cooking with Mark and Richard. Consumers are becoming more and more aware of food waste, and as this begins to happen, we see menus really exploring the use of unused parts of vegetables. This is a fantastic trend, not only to boost your GP, but really to illustrate a chef's talent in the kitchen. So without further ado, let's go to Mark and Richard and see what they're up to.
Welcome to the Breaks Food Innovation Centre here at Reading. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined in the kitchen by Development Chef Mr. Richard Wells.
Hello, Chef.
Pleased to meet you, Chef. Okay, so today we're talking about sustainable flavour, specifically zero food waste, or certainly helping customers to move towards zero food waste. And I think the focus is really about that traditional produce prep, the stuff that invariably ends up going in the bin. So I know you've been very creative with what is quite a humble ingredient, cauliflower. And I think what we want to try and do is encourage chefs to think a bit more of a creative way in terms of that natural waste that you see in everyday kitchens. So I see the prop in front of me. Talk us through the thought process you've gone through, because it is a humble ingredient.
Absolutely is, but it's British. Yes, it's seasonal, but it's got quite a long season to it, and it's good value for money. So really good product to start with. It's absolutely raised in popularity on menus at the moment. I think you'll see cauliflower wings and cauliflower steaks on the menu, and it got me thinking. Well, actually, brilliant as they are, I love them. What can we do with the rest of it? Particularly if you cut a steak, you'll get one out of this. So what can you do with the rest of the cauliflower and elevate its position on the menu? In other words, if you're going to put some labour and effort into something, don't have it as a byproduct, side order or a soup. Try and get it to a small plate, a starter, or even a main course where you can get some revenue for your effort. So that's exactly what I've tried to do with this, and used every part minus that.
Fantastic. I can see two of the dishes here.
Yep.
So if you want to walk us through the first one, and just explain what you've done there.
Okay, so this is the cauliflower steak.
Yeah.
All I've done is take classical flavours, which is polonaise that you might remember, Chef.
I do. I'm that old, I remember it, yes.
Exactly. So one steak, and it's just literally pan fried with one of our seasonings, slightly spicy seasoning, mixture of rapeseed oil and butter, so you get a nice golden colour. That then goes into the oven. While that's baking off and finishing cooking through in the oven, it's a pan on the stove in the same oil that the seasoning's flavoured. Breadcrumbs, that is another use for stale bread, so fantastic. We've got two herbs in there, which is thyme and parsley. That gets cooked down in the breadcrumbs, and then all I've done is finish that with some grated egg, and then it just gets finished with a drizzle of oil. Drizzle of lemon oil there, exactly that. So, again, it just cuts through it really. This, yes, you'd get away with it, the small sort of tapas plate, but also main course. When they're small like this, maybe two steaks. Obviously, bigger cauliflower, you cut slightly thinner and get more plate coverage.
In terms of sell-out price, but again, for such a humble ingredient, what we're looking at on a kind of standard restaurant?
I think it's around the tenner mark, just before a tenner, $9.25, something like that. Especially if you did a side order accompaniment with it.
Sure.
It's a good hearty eat. There's good texture to the cauliflower. Like I say, it's very popular at the moment on menus. You can get creative with different sorts of crumb and use a panzanella dressing instead of the egg polonaise dressing if you wanted to go vegan. But fantastic dish.
Yeah, really great, really creative idea. I mean, we know cauliflower steaks are on a lot of menus now, but I do think it's a really great way of demonstrating another use for cauliflower. So fantastic. Okay.
Cheers.
Next dish, please.
So.
Yeah, I love this. Again, what you've done here to elevate against something that I think most of us throw in the bins, particularly younger chefs.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this, I won't lie, was a challenge. So, you're getting onto the tricky bit now. Back to the cauliflower. We're calling them ribs, which is this stem here. So, what I've done is taken those off. It doesn't matter if you get a bit of green, cutting them down to a sort of finger length. And they are more fibrous than I would think. Right, so believe it or not, they need blanching or steaming, or boiling or steaming, pre the next stage of it, and that took 20 minutes to get them tender enough. Then they're just marinated. It's karaage, so we've got a fusion of Japan meets Korea with this dish. There's a marinade there of sort of soy, sugar, vinegar, garlic and ginger.
Okay.
Then sort of cooked or semi-cooked, part-cooked stems go into that, and then through a 50-50 mix of corn flour and plain flour, and then just fried off. Then the Korean bit, which is using the leaves, so you've taken the leaves off now, made a kimchi.
Which is this
So
wonderful...
So the only addition to that is some spring onion, some grated radish,
Okay.
And some grated carrot in there, and then just you salt it first and sort of cure it for an hour, and then you're in with a sort of vinegar, sugar,
And that's
and some
using
spices.
the leaves from...
All of the leaves from
Fantastic.
that collie, yeah, exactly that. So that's gone in as the base, and that sort of cuts through it, gives it loads of texture, and then you've got that, again, starter, small plate sort of dish that you could probably charge, £6 on a menu for, looking at most sort of tap small plate.
And again, it looks absolutely fantastic. I really like what you've done there, and using two kind of byproducts from a cauliflower that, again, naturally in most kitchens go in the bin.
Yeah.
Can I try one?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Feel free to try one as well.
Oh, thank you, very kind.
Enjoy your
I've tried a
hard
few
work.
of these yesterday, yeah. But you still get a good bite from that stem, so it's quite meaty, so it makes sense calling them ribs because they've got some good texture to them. Pick up the flavour and all that.
I love that. And try your kimchi as well.
Mm-hmm. But just as finger food without kimchi, even that with a dip worked really well.
Did you mention the sell-out price? Forgive me if I missed
Oh,
that.
it's a small plate presented like that, around the £6 mark.
Yeah. Again, brilliant. Okay. Piece de resistance.
Something like that.
What's your saying? Go hard or go home,
Go
chef.
home, I'll get me
Very brave indeed. So just again, very quickly walk us through this dish.
Yeah, again about elevation, spend on the menu, and a souffle.
Fantastic.
I think, most customers are prepared to wait a bit for a souffle. It takes about 10 minutes to bake as long as you're fully prepared for it.
Sure.
And we'll pay a premium for it. It's a bit of a wow factor, hopefully, going through the restaurant or pub, and good to see. So I've used flavours, cauliflower and cheese.
Okay.
So the cauliflower's in a plain souffle. Cook the cauliflower in the milk. Use the milk to make a very thick bechamel. Fold in egg whites that have been stabilised with a bit of corn flour and a bit of vinegar. Lined the souffle dish with parmesan, so that gives it a bit of cheesy flavour. You can mess around with that. Cauliflower goes with curry flavours, ground almonds and whatnot, but I have been, standard, classic.
So the cauliflower would be the trimmings, so you've got your steaks, any trimmings, florets that have come off of that.
Exactly.
Again, you've utilised those.
Yep.
And again, been very creative and very brave, chef.
Definitely brave. Definitely brave.
And the sauce you've got with this?
Sauce is again taking a bit of the bechamel and hot mustard rarebit we've put in there, mixture of cheeses, tad of mustard, and then you'd eat that with the souffle. You could do a main course out of it and have some, crudités, bread croûtes to dip in it and make more of a plate, or even cauliflower wings on the side. And then you've got a main course that's quite interesting as well. So
do the honours, please, chef.
I shall
so
indeed. So make a well, and this could be done, to be fair, at the table. It's all part of theatre, exactly that. The cheese goes in.
Okay.
Over to you, chef.
Thank you. Okay.
I was going to say,
This looks fantastic. Wow. That's
hot
really
to
good.
order.
Cauliflower cheese souffle, basically, chef.
Exactly.
With the trimmings from the cauliflower.
Yeah.
Sensational. Brilliant. You going to try it?
Well, again, I've tried a few, but yes. Happy with that.
Brilliant. Listen, 4 fantastic dishes if you count the kimchi. Using obviously the whole head, the leaves, the stalks. Very creative, and again, in terms of elevating the humble cauliflower and getting a really good premium price on your menu, I think you nailed it, chef. Fantastic.
Thanks, chef.
Thank
Cheers.
you very much.
Had fun doing it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
We hope you enjoyed today's session. See you for more great food from our team of chefs here at Breaks. Thank you.